Now, the Sabbath was not just a time to lay around and lounge by the pool. You may do some of that, and that's fine. Recreation means recreation. We need some of that. But the main purpose of the Sabbath is get closer to God. Draw near to Him. He is our rest. The Lord Himself is our rest. He is the Lord of the Sabbath. He is the Lord of rest. If we're going to know Him as Lord, as it says in Psalm 46:10, cease striving and know that I am God. I don't believe as long as we're striving that we really know that He's God. Because we're still trying to do it. We're still carrying that yoke. Matthew 11:28, He says, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And I believe that is a promise for us this month. And you know, it's hard to be spiritual when you're tired. It's easy to be grumpy. Someone asked my wife one time if she woke up grumpy. She said, no, she let me sleep. You know, when I used to travel all the time, so much of my life was spent traveling, and I'd go to New Zealand for 4 days and come back, you know, and then go to the other side of the world. I kept jet lag all the time. It's just hard, you know, not to be grumpy, not to be on edge. But this is not about the number of hours you get to sleep. It's about having that peace in your life. That peace and that rest that God is in control. He really is in control. He knows each one of us, loves each one of us, and loves to help us personally with our stuff. It's humility that He gives His grace to for us to go to Him. And I believe He is saying this month, come to Him. Spend the time that you would spend in services coming to Him. Do whatever you need to do or that He shows you to do to get rid of all fear and all worry. And I tell you, we're going to come back a transformed people. He's there saying this. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, all who have heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Now, how many of you think you put on a yoke to go to bed at night? No, you put on a yoke to do some work. And we are called to do things. But we're called to be yoked with Him when we do things. I mean, if there's a little bitty ox yoked with a great big one, who's going to do all the pulling? You know, we get to come along for the ride. Get to see Him doing all this stuff. Wonder and marvel at the great things He's doing. But it's truly Him that is doing the work. Him in us. But it's Him in us. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you shall find rest for your souls. You know, pride is one of the biggest burdens of all. Because you're having to project these facades, you're having to project these images, and nobody can live up to their own images that are projected through pride. But you know, if you're not worried about that, but you don't mind being considered the humble one or the lowly one, if you aren't promoting yourself, there is peace and rest in that. And if we really could enter into a thing where we don't care about the glory, we don't care about any credit any human being gives us, we just want to see Him glorified, want to see His name. He's the one who deserves it. There is so much rest, so much peace in that. What is the pride that we're projecting at our job or with our relatives or whatever else? What are these images we're having to project and hold up that is causing so much striving. But if you want God's grace, that I think is more valuable than any accolades any human being could ever give us, or even all human beings could give us, to have the grace of God, you get it through humility. Not trying to make yourself look bigger or better, but being willing to be seen as the lowly. That is the path to one of the greatest, most enjoyable lives. You're at peace. You're at rest.